Previously on the Arias adventures.
Alright, Gain. Where the heck are we?
Alright, so as you guys, the door creaks open as you guys all head out, and as you guys are looking around, you see in the center of the room, there is a person sitting in a chair with their back to you. You can see one or more small reptilian creatures jumping around and waving their arms, trying to get the attention of the person in the center of the room.
Hello?
Who do they turn around and see?
So, as you guys are waving and saying hello, you see an older human man turn around in the chair, and he kind of pulls some little stones out of his ears and puts his smoking pipe down and waves and says, hello, adventurers, or should I call you the Ram Pack?
I didn't know we're famous.
Me neither, guys! Someone actually knows us! Manny is generally excited.
Karen, however, is not. Who are you?
Yeah.
My apologies. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Nim. I'm a wizard of sorts.
I mean, that's pretty cool, but how did you hear about us, you know? That's...
I keep tabs on various adventuring groups.
Can we get to, the important questions? Where are we?
Well, you're no longer on Io or the continent of Arias.
Oh, fuck.
Percival comes up next to you. Are you okay, General?
No, I'm not okay!
You guys are on the precipice of something pretty big, so I wanted to give you a little helping hand to further your adventures.
As this is all going on, the kobolds look to Nim and seem to ask him some questions and point to different members of the party.
So I mentioned before that my minions and I do watch parties to keep tabs on different adventuring parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
they've kind of been bugging me. They're big fans, and so they've written down some questions for me to ask you guys.
Oh my god, I know what this is!
Oh, no.
Yes!
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
So Nim reaches under his desk and pulls out this little bowl filled with paper sheets.
The kobolds, as he's doing all this, the kobolds are gathered around you guys excitedly, their tails are swishing, they're all blinking up at you guys expectantly, they're just absolutely enamored to have you guys here.
Voisine has a little black blush on her cheeks. Aww.
All right. So this first one is addressed to the entire group. If you had to give a piece of life advice to somebody, what would it be?
Bite her neck.
Oh god.
One of the kobold nods, seriously at you, okay, all right, noted.
Does he start writing it down?
Yes. He'll remember this for later.
Always trust your friends.
If you believe in something, don't let other people judge. Just believe in what makes you happy.
Noted.
Hope is something that no one can ever take away from you. You always gotta keep it for yourself. Nobody can change that for you.
You hear the kobolds all aww.
All right. So the next one is addressed to Farron.
Huh?
Oh.
And it is signed by it's signed by a smiley face. So I'm not sure which one of the minions it was. Who is the best looking member of the party, and why is it you?
Bullshit. Farron just kind of has this dumbfounded look on his face, who the fuck is watching me and thinking that?
One kobold just kind of snickers behind his hands.
Gets like a bloody nose.
I don't even know how to respond to this.
All right. Moving on. The next question is for Garrus, and it is signed by Matt. Why do you love Fultus?
Oh, well, I've grown up in a village of paladins, and that was always my mother's main god that she followed because she had a strong sense of justice and loyalty. So that really admired me and made me want to become him. I know that I can't become him, but at least I can serve under his wings.
This little green kobold like nods, and he seems like really interested in this.
Does
let's
little
see.
green kobold have a little wizard's hat?
Matt probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let's see. The next question is for Roisin, and it was not signed. How old are you?
Oh, confirmed. Confirm age.
That's a good question. How old am I? Well, I think I was 4 springs when I died, and just been like. She starts counting on her little, like, weird spindly fingers.
Her 3-fingered hands.
Her 3-fingered hands, and then she runs out of fingers.
Oh, wow.
Over. She's like 14?
14?
14 more springs after I died. How many is that?
So you're 14.
No.
Well,
18. She's 18.
Yeah.
But would she would she respond like if she was turned into a kitsune right now, would she be 18 or would she be when she died?
Don't
I
know.
don't know.
Good question.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I hope I can grow up.
Roisin just has like an existential crisis, just like, oh, I hope I am my same age.
I mean, I'd like to grow up. I mean, I'd like to be able to be a kid. Like, not a dead one. I kind of spent most of the years hiding. Alone. So it'd be nice to have some friends. Like my age friends. But I guess you guys are kind of my age friends. I don't know.
I'm mentally a child.
We know.
No!
I've spent a total of like 1 day with you, and we know.
Ruffle my feathers a bit.
God.
All right. So the next question is for Manny. This one was not signed. Is your mom single?
And he just
One black kobold. He kind of like nudges the other one and gives like a wink.
I think so. I
Nice.
have no idea. I haven't talked to her about that.
Man, he seems really uncomfortable talking about his mom like this.
All right. Moving on. The next question is for the disembodied voice in the sky.
Oh,
What?
Are there any holidays, unlike Christmas? Are there any special holidays in Io or Arias?
What is Christmas?
so you guys.
Do we all hear this disembodied voice?
Yes.
Oh no.
Our entire reality just breaks.
Pretty much. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So,
She's broken
There-
the veil.
There are many holidays. Instead of Christmas, most commonly practiced holiday like that would be what's called Yule or Yuletide.
Oh God, I love Yuletide. That's my
Yes.
favorite time of year. The snow, the presents, magical.
There's also
That's 4 Yuletides.
there's also the welcoming of spring or the spring solstice. There is the high summertide holiday that's celebrated in a lot of the a lot of the more southern regions when it gets warm. And there's, depending on the kingdom, race, and culture, there's all sorts of holidays, but those are some of the common ones that are practiced across the lands.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Thanks, voice in the sky.
you're welcome.
Who was that? Why are you comfortable with this?
I told you she's our god.
A
Cultist,
kobold,
is that you?
one of the kobolds had me a paper, and it's like, voice in the sky, can we level up?
No, no.
It's when we rest we get to level up.
Yeah, you
So-
haven't rested yet.
The next question is for Tagoro, and it was signed by Matt again. If you were raised by wolves, how did you learn how to speak Common and Orc?
Dryads, druids.
Not dryads.
What are they called?
No. What I'm telling you is no, that there wouldn't have been dryads in your region.
Okay, what would have been in the region that would have spoke?
Wolves. Wolves literally spoke to you.
Wolves spoke to me. Wolves speak. Have you ever talked to one? Try it next time.
All right. Let's see. Next one is for Garrus again. What is your favorite meal?
A good soup, because I can't. Actually, since I have my helmet off.
What do you mean since you have your... Never mind. I'm just going to have more questions afterwards.
Yep.
Well, pre helmet stuck on my head, it would have been a nice cold soup, so it doesn't burn my face, and I can drink it through a straw or just pour it through the eye socket, which is very hard to do.
Jesus
But-
Christ.
A very well done steak.
That does sound nice.
Mm.
Let's see. This next one is for the entire group, signed by Toby. How far do you plan on adventuring together? And what's one thing that your character would like to accomplish?
My character?
I guess it's a two-part question.
There's a lot of fourth wall breaking that I feel like shouldn't be happening.
It's fine. You're not in here. Look at it this way.
The
You're
veil
not,
has broken like twice already.
you're not in Io anymore.
Yeah, I've noticed.
That's part of the idea of this encounter.
Well,
I like traveling with these guys. They're fun.
yeah. I don't want to stop anytime soon. They're like my family now. So, I mean, as long as possible, and as long as they want me here.
And I guess for goals, stop our retina, fix Roshin, help Garrus, and... But we still have to get back to Tagoro, because we haven't seen him in a while, so...
Goro's right here.
We haven't had time
Hi.
to talk yet, General. Jeez.
Oh, I found my mom.
We
Didn't he tell us that?
Yeah, it was when we met up with them.
Yeah, he told us he found his mom and she was dead.
Yeah, Tagore has a new goal. to go to the city and kick their ass, and then also kick a dragon's ass, more dragon's ass, because he's already kicked like 3 dragons' ass. Now he wants more dragon ass.
So you're all out of bubblegum?
Mm-hmm.
What's bubblegum?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, voice in the sky.
I'm gonna be honest. You guys are something. I'm trying to get back, and I'm trying to get back to the pit to make sure Garion hasn't burned it down. Because I know he will.
Oh.
Fair enough.
So,
Yeah,
for
maybe
the
you
question
did
of
okay.
how long I plan on doing it, however long it takes us to get back home, considering we're not on Io anymore.
Yeah.
You don't like us?
As far as I can tell, General, Garion's doing a great job pulling things together.
Find that. Yet, strangely, I believe you, which is
Scary.
terrifying. Considering you're saying that you have quote-unquote watch parties that just watch us. 1, which is weird. 2, an invasion of privacy. Thank you very much. 3,
Yeah.
what is he doing right now? Can I ask you that?
I mean,
Is he sleeping? Is he drunk?
you can ask me that, but I'm not currently watching anybody. I'm here talking to you guys.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Never mind then.
You know, eventually you have to let the baby birds fly, and I ruffle my feathers.
The problem is, when Garion flies, he breaks things.
I'm pretty sure you broke some things when you flew for the first time.
Not as much as Garion has, let me tell you.
Garion flying is like the caterpillar from Bugs Life.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Yes.
You just picture this big dumb Garion with these tiny little dragon wings, just buzzing around like a bumblebee, bonking into things. Just dunk. Oh, sorry. Dunk. Oh, sorry. Dunk.
As for,
I
as
broke
for
that.
your question, Roisin, I do, strangely, like you folk,
Yay!
but I'm old. I can only take so much of this shit.
You don't look that old.
I'm older than probably all of you.
Well, I think everybody's older than me. I'm baby.
I'm just trying to go back to my daily routine, stressing about murderous inmates who have the capability of just erasing me from existence.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. You get used to it. This has been a breath of fresh air, I will admit.
Yeah. Roshin looks to the others and just goes, he likes us.
Who doesn't like
What's
us?
not there? Yeah, exactly. What's not there to
Don't
like?
push your fucking luck.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure Drogon, or whatever his name is, doesn't like us.
Drachna?
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
We
fuck
don't
him.
like him. He's stinky.
And that's when Crowley looks back, he's like, fuck yeah.
You know, that's another goal we need to do is figure out that mess with
Yeah.
the crime lords and shit.
I think my goals are to get alive again and make things better. Just, yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna help you with that.
Those are some pretty nice goals.
Are there any other questions?
Let's see. I've got a couple more questions here. One more for Tagoro, from Matt. Can you
Hi,
talk
Matt.
Can you talk to wolves like a druid would?
Voisine Sky, can I?
I mean, yeah, you can talk to them.
Yes.
Very nice.
I can also speak a small dialect of raccoon. Very small, though. Don't ask me about that. That was... curious.
Exchange program.
I got a little curious, and that's
Oh
all I'm
my
going to say.
Baron is just staring at Tagoro, and you can almost hear the gears in his head trying to just put together who the fuck this guy is.
He's Tagoro.
Let's see. Pull out another. See, here's another question for the Ram Pack. Will you guys ever celebrate your birthdays together? And this one's signed by Toby.
That would be fun.
Jesus, I never even thought of that.
I don't know if I remember when my birthday is.
We really need to do better character development, guys.
I think my birthday.
Well, in character, Garrus is like 39 now.
I think my birthday is in autumn.
I'm hearing a maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
Maybe.
celebrate the day we became the Ram Pack.
Yeah.
That's our birthday.
Group birthday.
Adventuring party anniversary.
Does anyone remember when that was?
I can find out really quickly.
Okay, thank you.
Also, the funny part is we could literally just be in the middle of an episode and we'd be like, "Hey, today's my birthday."
Right.
You
Yeah.
know damn well that's what I'm gonna do at some point.
Right?
Honestly, I was just gonna have it be the nearest episode to my IRL birthday, just to make
There
it
you
make
go.
sense.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, nice.
Then technically this is my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But 28th is my birthday.
Yeah.
So if we don't record by then.
Happy birthday to go
Happy
Roll!
birthday!
Happy belated birthday. Or not belated, early birthday.
Early.
The other way
Yeah.
around.
Happy birthday, Tagoro.
He has a hat on his head. He's like, today's my birthday.
Where did you
God damn it.
Oh,
It always appears on my head every time it's my birthday. That's how I know it's my birthday.
Ah.
A
Actually,
witch in the woods cursed me.
No.
fun fact, the Harpy episode from season 2,
Hmm?
the day that we recorded it was actually my real life birthday.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I did.
What were you gonna say, Nim?
well, since it's your birthday, Tagoro, Nim hands you a little propeller hat.
Yo!
Yes.
It actually makes him fly.
Yeah, so this is an actual item that he
Wait.
made, a propeller hat, while worn
Wait,
the
it
helm
really does.
allows the
What?
wearer
No,
to
what?
use
Really?
an action to cast the levitate spell, requiring no components. The helm
Oh.
propeller spins and whirls loudly until the spell ends. Each time the spell ends, there is a 50% chance that the helm loses its magic properties and becomes non-magical.
Oh my god, so it's literally
Oh,
a higher
I
level
know.
at the end.
Yes.
And then
That's
I tell
awesome.
him, as much as I love you right now, just so you know, Fiora will try to hunt you down for this, because I will use this to annoy her.
I'll just say good luck on her trying to find me.
Right. I don't spin it. I'm saving it.
You're saving it. That's fantastic.
All right. Looks like I have one last question in here. And it is for Farron. Again, from Matt.
Why do I have two questions? I've been here for like 2 days.
How did you meet Garion, and how did he end up as a colonel?
Oh God.
For the second question, the military is a strange place. People, you could be great at your job, you could be a stud, you could do everything you're told, and you could still fail. It's also a place where people can fail upwards. Garion, God's bless his soul, he tries, but he's not the brightest bulb in the box. So he somehow managed his way to get to a lieutenant colonel position. I don't know how exactly, but I met Garion years ago, just at getting sent to different outposts. I met him there. Strangely enough, we became friends, and then It just so happened we got sent to the same place. Seemingly every time I transferred a post. So, there you go.
Sounds
Very
good.
nice.
Nice.
So, with the questions answered, all the kobolds seem very happy and satisfied. They even give you guys like a little applause, thanking you.
Yeah.
And
How many kobolds are there specifically?
There are a lot.
I will reach into the bag of holding, and I'll give each one a candle.
Oh my
A white
god.
candle. Thank you for our company.
They lose their goddamn minds that they're getting a Garrus candle.
Roisin looks into her bag and she's like, "Oh, I just have some cool rocks. You guys want some rocks?"
A few of them nod their heads.
She gives them cool rocks.
They happily accept them.
They're fun colors. She seems like she picked up some like river stones and pebbles and stuff on the way. And she goes up to Nim and she's like, "I don't think it's as good as what you give me, but here." And she hands him a very shiny small stream river pebble that's vaguely in the shape of a heart.
Aww.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And he kind of he finds a nice place to display it on his desk.
There's no magic or anything, but I thought it looked nice.
I like it. That was very nice.
Yay, I'm glad.
So yeah, what are you guys going to do next? So you've got all your fancy cool stuff, and you had to try some fun candies. So
She has wings.
We heard that we were gonna take a rest.
Yes,
yeah.
I do have a room off to the side where you guys can rest up, and if any need healing more than what a rest would do, I have some medical facilities as well.
I think that would be good. Where she just like looks at Crowley and
yeah, Crowley
Girl, right?
still looks. I will say this, guys. Crowley still looks awful, and you see like he's kind of leaning up against Percy, and Percy like looks worriedly up to him and everything. Like for some reason, magic just really hasn't helped fully heal him up yet.
Yeah.
Oh, is he having like hard time standing and whatnot?
I mean, he did
A
just
little
die.
bit. Yeah, a
so-
little bit.
Oh, I had the guy picked up again, and I just drop his ass again, and I go over to pick Crowley up. I point to one of the kobolds, and I'm like, "Take care of this one."
Aw.
One kobold, one dark black kobold with like shiny black scales. He pulls out a dagger and looks at you.
No, I meant like if he tries to escape, stab him a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a bit of
He
stab.
leans up just a little bit and just kind of like lightly pokes the tip of his dagger up against the skin of the other
Yeah.
half orc.
Yeah,
Just
that's-
enough. Like doesn't push it in all the way, but just, scratches just a little bit. Just
I
a
like
little
your
bit.
moxie, kid.
He gives you a thumbs up.
And I'm gonna pick up Crowley like a wee baby.
Oh, Tagoro, I want you to watch this. Ready? I cast level 5 Cure Wounds on Crowley.
Okay.
I didn't even know I had Cure Wounds this entire
Hey,
time, by
yo.
the way.
The whole time.
Wow.
That's why
I
you
mean-
haven't been the official.
There's our
healer
team
yet.
healer, folks.
Team
no.
healer, everybody.
Naomi's
That's-
our team healer.
That's 34 points of healing.
Let's see here.
Legit, didn't even know I had Cure Wounds until now.
All right.
Jesus, 5x4.
Yep. Again, it's a powerful spell, and for some reason you finally remember you have it. Like, Foltus kind of hits you on the back of the head, like, "Hey, idiot."
Hey, I have lay on hands pool. I don't really need cure wounds all that often, but hey, I have it now.
So
I don't
yeah,
have it now.
again, it
How we know?
heals him just a little bit. We'll be right back with the rest of the episode after a quick break.
Well, hello, fellow travelers to the podcast airwaves. I'm Nathan.
I'm Jake.
I'm Jamie.
And oh, look what's this? Why, it's something we made I'd like to tell you about. It's Knight's Quest.
Knight's Quest is a fantasy RPG podcast where the three of us use dice and our imaginations to write a story together.
We're putting some wacky characters through whatever situations we can think of to tell an interesting story, and it's improvised, so we don't even know where it's going to go next.
Sometimes we buy socks. Sometimes we talk about bread. And sometimes we accidentally summon the god of chaos.
Just an average Friday here on Knight's Quest.
And with an original musical score for every episode, you won't want to miss anything that's happening in our story here at Knight's Quest, every other Friday, wherever podcasts can be found.
Yeah, we'll play some dodgeball and we'll get thrown in the dungeon by the king. It's fine. We'll do it all here on Knight's Quest.
Hi, I'm Richard, the host and GM of the D20 Future Show, the world's premier D20 Future podcast. We play the tabletop role-playing game D20 Future, and we put it out as a show. And sometimes, we are idiots.
When a giant spider was attacking an old woman and you killed it.
The giant spider, not the giant spider.
That is not enough to seduce a security guard.
Strongly disagree, but...
Okay, you are not that hot. Alright.
Strongly disagree.
Date me, I rolled 26.
They are not player characters, they are not my book.
Things got a little too crazy, but we're here now. Party time!
Party time! It's a crazy day!
The D20 Future Show is available on all good, neutral, and evil podcast platforms. Just go to your podcast app and search for the D20 Future Show, and you're bound to find us.
You're welcome. Podcasting gold.
Yeah, we'll see.
Greetings, adventurers. It's your community innkeeper, Wander, here to talk about our sponsors. First off is our longtime friends over at Awesome Dice. They've got you covered for all your dice and dice accessory needs. From metal and gemstone to their specialty dice, you can easily find the right set to give you the advantage on your next game session. Make sure to visit awesomedice.com to use the special discount code ADVANTAGE10 to get 10% off your next purchase. Add some more dice to your collection with Awesome Dice today and gain the advantage in all your rolls. Next up are our other long-term friends from Elderwood Academy. They have all you need to add to your D&D gaming experience. They create these beautiful hex chests, dice boxes, dice trays, and towers, and many more unique products in their store, including their catapults. You can find all their epic accessories and more at elderwoodacademy.com. Go check them out and look at all their great products. Get your dice catapult today and let them know we sent you. Lastly, we want to thank our awesome patrons for their support to the show. I want to give a special thank you to Not That Chris Brown, who took a punch from a silverback gorilla and broke all of its fingers. I'm Failtastic, who doesn't wear steel-toed boots because he already has steel toes. Kyle, who can crack a single egg between his biceps, both of them. And Toby Scott, who eats bronze and shits copper. Your support helps us continue to make the show and brings more shenanigans and fun for each of you. So keep it coming. If you want to get in on the extra advantage, check out our 3 tiers on Patreon for all the exclusive perks to the show, including early episode releases, and our bonus campaign, The Rapscallions, starring me, featuring a new group of adventurers, still starring me. And don't forget to check us out all over social media like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Looking us up at Party Advantage. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date with all our latest episodes and announcements. Lastly, don't forget to check out our website, partyadvantagepod.com. You'll find all our seasons and bonus episodes, and check out all our content there as well. And with that all wrapped up, let's get back to the show.
Nim, one of your kobolds taps on the sleeve of your shirt and whispers something in your ear and points to like a set of doors behind one of the other halls, and then points to Crowley.
Okay. So I'll lead him off to one of the doorways that's kind of curtained off. And before I open the curtain, I want to turn and look to the party. Don't be alarmed. When you walk in here, I part the curtain, and the room is lined with these glass cylinders, and inside most of the cylinders, they're filled with fluid, and there's various unconscious bodies of
What?
that
What?
look very different in each of these cylinders.
I poop an egg.
What?
And I point the kobold towards an empty one. The cylinder is lowered, and we can place the body in. And once we get the body situated, the cylinder kind of rises and fills with a liquid. And I want to tell the party that, you know, while he's in here, this magical device will heal him of all of his wounds. It may take some time though. So while you guys are resting, by the time you guys have rested, he should be fully cured.
Oh. Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Good.
Yeah.
Whew,
Crowley, get naked.
Thank you, Mr. Nim.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I've seen Star Wars. I know how this goes. Get down to your undies.
Get in your diaper.
Oh god. So the kobold goes, and as Nim is explaining all this, he preps the tank and everything, and points and chitters at you, Tagoro, to help undress Crowley and then place him inside the tank. And you see the tank rise up and get set in place, and it begins to hum and whir with sounds and gadgets and stuff, and you see the fluid. Does it start to fill up?
Yeah, after the glass rises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it starts to fill up with this like really thick kind of fluid that's a bit like transparent and kind of cloudy with like this light glow to it. And yeah.
This is the room where all the bubbling noises have been coming from.
Mm-hmm. Percival looks at you, Nim, and to the group. Are you sure Archmage Crowley's gonna be okay in there?
Oh, he'll be just fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can I roll an insight check on them real quick?
Go ahead.
Sure, why not? I'll do that too.
I mean, it's
You just put him in a mason jar.
32.
He just canned him for later.
Inside check says that he's being genuine, that he's going to heal him, but he's going to sell his bathwater afterwards.
28.
All right, I got a 32.
Wizard boy bathwater.
All right, Nim. What do
Hell
they?
yeah.
What do they insight?
I'm trying to see if you're kind of full of shit. No.
No, I'm speaking the truth. I'm being completely honest.
Like the whole time we've seen you've been 100% with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we can trust him, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope so. He just gave us a bunch of weapons.
Yeah, which we
if he
really
wanted to
gotta
hurt us, he could have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's rest up. Check out these items. Yeah.
So, Nim and the other kobolds show you to like a room that has like rows and rows of cots and beds and place for you guys to rest and everything. There's even like a little like one of those kind of like a continental breakfast, like when you go to a hotel and they have like food that's just been kind of sitting out for a little while, like juice containers and stuff.
They got apple juice?
Sure.
Yo.
You guys didn't notice, but Tagora walks in behind you all, and he's wearing Crowley's clothes now.
Why? Oh my god, why? You're gonna rip them.
Does it fit? I don't think it would fit.
I'm Archmage now.
Bro, come on.
It's just the robes. Just the robes.
Just the robes, so they're like tight on you because
Yeah.
he's a human. And then
I feel like they're like the typical anime girl, like the sweater dress.
Oh my
it just goes
God.
right down to like just covering my private parts.
Jesus.
Legend. So anyway,
Do you think Mr. Crowley would be okay with that?
probably not.
Probably not.
I'm gonna take them off when I go to bed, God. Just let me be a wizard for a day.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So does anyone want me to check out their items? Do a quick identify to really get into it?
Me first.
Okay.
Mr. Garrus can go first.
So I'll take the 10 minutes apiece to whoever brings me their items to kind of talk a little bit about them.
I'm gonna whack people over the head with a candlestick.
Oh my god. Alright, so you're casting Identify on his candlestick.
Yeah, I'll just go down the line. I presume I'll save my staff for very, very last.
Alrighty. So, let's see. We didn't when you first got these, we didn't thoroughly read through it, but we can touch on some of this for the audience so they can see it, and we'll also post this on our Discord so they can check out these awesome items that Toast made for us.
Hell yeah!
Heck yeah! So join that stuff.
Hell yeah! So this is a tier 6 artifact that requires attunement by a paladin.
Me.
Exactly, you. This item has 10 charges. The staff regains 1d10 expended charges daily at dawn. It has what's called Sunstone on it. This item appears to be a weapon hilt. While grasping the hilt, you use a bonus action to cause a weapon of pure radiance to spring into existence or make it disappear. While the weapon exists, it has the finesse property. So it does damage to undead. Let's see, when you hit an undead with it, that target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage, and that target has disadvantage on saving throws against effects that turn undead until the start of your next turn. So it also has weapon mimicry. I'm just kind of reading a few highlights of this. As a bonus action, you can telepathically shift this weapon into one of its alternate forms. So you are proficient with it while you wield it. So here are the forms that you can turn this weapon into: a great sword, a longbow, a long sword, or a whip. So pretty hella cool.
Ayo.
It also has what's called Answering 3, which is another property, and it's for the melee form only. While you hold this weapon, you can use your reaction to make one melee attack against any creature in your reach that deals damage to you. You have advantage on this special attack roll. Any damage dealt with this special attack ignores damage immunity or resistance the target has. Conflagrating Strike. I'm sure I'm fucking up these words here. Conflagrating Strike 4. So this one has 3 charges. You can expend a charge and deal extra 3d6 radiant damage. We also have Endless Ammunition for when it's in the longbow form. So you don't have to buy arrows or anything for this. It just has arrows that just get summoned whenever you use it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can, and Toast, correct me if I'm wrong, if he wants to use arrows, he can, right?
Yeah, if you want to use arrows, you can.
Right.
But as a radiant weapon, a radiant longbow. It's kind of like the longbow from the super old D&D cartoon, where just when you pull back the string, a radiant arrow appears and you just fire it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can also use like any ammunition you want. If you find some magical arrows, it can add bonus stuff to an attack.
Yeah.
Sure, that'll work.
So we also have what's called Sacred Healer 3. You can use your Lay on Hands feature at range now, so you don't have to actually touch the person directly. You have a range of 30 feet that you can use your Lay on Hands for someone.
Oh my god, this is like the best. One of the best
Additionally,
additions.
your Lay on Hands pool of healing is increased by 15 hit points.
That's 110 healing I can do from 30 feet.
Yep.
That's okay. Thank you. Just thank you.
You also have what's called Spell Charged 1. You can expend a charge to cast the shield spell from this item normally. So you got an extra use of shield.
It basically also turns into a shield.
Yep.
To wield shields.
Pretty much. And then finally, you have Stretching 2, which can be used only on the whip form. When you make an attack with this weapon on your turn, you can increase the reach of the weapon up to 100 feet. Once you use this property, you can't be used again until you finish a long rest. So you can only use this one time for an attack.
So how much does Manny relay that to Garrus?
Yeah, pretty much all of it.
Garrus' eyes just go wide, his jaw drops. And I just look at him, I'm just like, oh,
I think we're in the room alone.
I told you, we're big fans.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I well appreciate, good sir.
I feel like Nim is just vibing with you guys in the rest
Right,
of the room.
yeah.
We just chilling.
So who's next?
Right,
Who wants to go
who's
next?
Who is next?
I guess I'll
Voisine?
go next. Do I gotta take it off?
Nah, you don't have to take it off. I can do it right here. And I'll just
Okay.
start tracing.
She
and-
looks very happy that she can just stay snuggled in the warm.
Yeah. My eyes kind of flash that purple, and I start tracing through the cloak.
Alrighty, so let me. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. So Roisin.
Yeah.
I do like this one. This is awesome.
Me too.
Cloak of the Bear Hug. Again, this is another artifact that is meant to be attuned by a spellcaster. So
That's me.
think like Doctor Strange's sentient cloak. Only this one has more of an animal theme to it. So this is Werebear Hide. While wearing this item, you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
Yep.
You also have your cloak is also sentient. So as he's describing things to you, and Manny's describing this part, you feel the cloak kind of like nuzzle in close and wrap itself around you, and you don't really hear a voice, but it's just more of like a soothing, reassuring, like kind of like, meeting an old friend.
And do I also sense that as I'm going
Yes,
through it?
I would say so.
Okay.
You sense that there's some sort of sentient personality about this cloak, and it doesn't seem dangerous or threatening at all to Roisin. It actually feels very inquisitive and friendly and even protective of her.
Roisin smiles as it kind of hugs her and like pets the cloak.
And I am
So-
relating pretty much
Yep.
every single thing.
It's got a personality, it's comfortable, so it's soothing and relaxing to wear. Contemplation, so you have advantage on Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration on any spell you're concentrating on.
Yeah.
Wow,
It
that's
also, yeah, super handy. You also have Bark Skin 4, which gives you a bark-like crust when you use an action to surround yourself with this property for about an hour. And this gives you a +5 to your AC.
This will be handy.
And every time you're hit, that +5 reduces by 1. So like you have the +5, you get hit, and then it's a +4, and then you get hit again, it's +3 until it's back to your regular AC, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Think of it like layers that are getting chipped away.
Like an onion.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so cool.
So, and that one also takes like a short or long rest for that to recharge. You have Smothering 3, which lets you use a bonus action to speak a command word, and the item begins to hover and fly up 30 feet and attack one creature of your choice within 5 feet of it. Manny, you detect a little bit of a curse. And this is what it is. Upon donning this item, whether you are attuned to it or not, you are afflicted with werebear lycanthropy, as detailed in the monster manual. The curse lasts until dawn after the next full moon. If you are still wearing this item, this time you are afflicted with lycanthropy again. Removing this curse will also remove its sentience and personality, releasing the spirit of the werebear trapped within.
Huh.
Does Manny tell Roisin that?
Oh
or-
yeah. I tell, oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
She like tilts her head and she's like, What is lycanthropy?
I don't really know myself.
History check?
I may have to do more research on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just be very careful.
Can I do a nature check or something? Nah, not nature, but can I do a check of some sort?
I would say either history or nature.
I mean, the cloak seems friendly.
Nope. Never mind.
Yep. That's something you guys will have to find out about later, because I do have lore on werepeople.
Yo.
Oh God.
I'm sure
Oh.
it's fine.
Oh. Okay. Great.
Well, I mean, it's good in nature. I can definitely tell that.
Yeah, it's like it's giving me a big hug.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's all good.
All right. Well,
Totally fine.
just be careful, and if you feel anything funny, just come see me, okay?
Okay. She
All
pets the cloak again.
I'll offer up my chainsword next.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
This one's gonna be fun.
I feel like it's pretty obvious what it is.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Baron is just like, I guess you can look at it, but I'm pretty sure I know all I need to know.
So this is the Fang of the Silver Dragon.
Yo.
And I think we almost had Dad or Chief in tears earlier when he was glancing through this. So for our audience to enjoy, yes. So this is described as a great chainsaw, and it is a minor artifact that is to be attuned by a fighter. It has the large misfire, reach, and two-handed properties on it. Your misfire is 2. And it deals 2d8 slashing damage, and it also has a bunch of fun little gadgets and add-ons to it. So, while activated, the chainsaw gains the following properties. The misfire score is increased by 2. On a hit, roll one of the chainsaw damage dice 1 additional time and add it to the damage of the attack. It emits a loud whirring sound. Creatures within 300 feet of you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing to locate you, and have disadvantage on dexterity stealth, and you have disadvantage on dexterity stealth checks.
I already did because I'm wearing heavy armor, so.
Well, yeah, you just have super disadvantage now.
Basically, you're trading stealth for +1 damage dice. So it does
Crazy, I don't
3d8.
recall me ever considering stealth an option.
Oh man.
Health was never an option.
Exactly. This also has dragon scales silver, so you gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. On a hit, with this weapon, the target takes an extra 2d6 cold damage. It also has a modification enhancement of extended, so you now have the reach property. It also has hilt integrated firearms. Not only is this a fuck off chainsaw sword, it has a flare pistol on it.
Supremely
So it's pretty cool. Again, it has ammunition, mortar charge, light, misfire 2, and reload 1 properties, with a normal range of 30 feet and a long range of 60 feet. This deals 1d8 piercing damage plus any other effects determined by the mortar charge use. We got chill, so the air around you is always unnaturally cold, even in warm environments. Your breath becomes visible, and frost continually forms on the surface of your hair, weapons, and armor. So you just now look like a frosty old badass.
It's kind of cool.
This also comes with Combat Mastery 2, so while attuned to this item, you gain a +2 bonus to saving throws to the saving throw DC of all fighter class features. In addition, you can't be surprised while you're conscious. So no sneaky rogues are going to get anywhere near you.
Excellent.
This also has Oath 3 on it. So basically, for the audience out there, this basically works like an oath bow, only you use a bonus action to speak the command word, and your target becomes your sworn enemy. So when you hold it and you make an attack roll, you have advantage against your sworn enemy, and they take an extra 3d6 damage to it. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yowie howie.
This also comes with a large bandolier. This belt can hold up to 12 consumable items such as focus gems, grenades, potions, loaded magazines, or mortar charges. It can be placed around the waist or across the chest. You can draw or stow items in this belt as a bonus action instead of an action. So just like the image of Farron, this full-plated knight with this badass bandolier now, just super cool.
Perfection.
Yes, exactly. You have chilling charge, which is ammunition that comes with this. So these emit it's a small explosive device, is used as ammunition. On a hit, each creature within 5 feet of the target must make a DC 17 Dex saving throw. On a failed save, you take 2d6 cold damage, and the speed is reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, it just takes half damage. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's your slow grenades.
So that could be super handy in big fights for crowd control and stuff. Then we have freezing charge. And that is another mortar charge. And that has a hit of a 10-foot radius. So anyone within a 10-foot radius of the target you attack has to make a Constitution saving throw of 19. On a failed save, a creature takes 4d6 cold damage and is restrained for 1 minute. Yup. And then, on each of its turns, a creature can use its action to make a strength check to free itself, or another creature who's under this effect. If the charge strikes a body of water or a liquid that is principally water, not including water-based creatures, it freezes that liquid to a depth of 6 inches over an area of 20 feet. And that effect lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah. Do it all at once.
Really cool.
So, yeah. That's your...
So enjoy that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's your fancy new sword there, pal.
Oh, boy.
So, stay cool.
Oh my god.
Manny just kind of looks at him with a smile. Anyway, Tagoro, what about your item?
I like Manny makes that joke, and Farron just looks at him. Blink, blink.
I got a rock.
You sure did. Put it right here, and I'll identify the Dark Star.
All right, so this is a tier 7 artifact that requires attunement. And it is, okay, I'm going to mess up the pronunciation of this. Is it Ion or how do you say
That's correct.
Ion. Oh, hey, I did it.
Yay.
So it's an ion stone. You can either toss this in the air or you can socket it into your weapon and get the same effect for this, Adam. It has beacon, so you can use a bonus action to cause the stone to shed a bright red light in a 10-foot radius and a dim red light for an additional 10 feet or to extinguish the light. Socket insert, so as I just explained, you can put that in your weapon and use it. It also has what's called Abyss. While the stone orbits your head, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, which I don't remember if you do or not as a half-orc.
I do.
Okay, so it is now... What is it? It's
120.
increased now, so now you have a range of 120 feet. And magical darkness, so... if somebody casts like a magical darkness, you can still see. Which, trust me, that comes in handy. Preservation. If you are reduced to 0 hit points and die while this stone orbits you, or I would assume if it's still socketed as well, right, Nim?
Correct.
Yeah, so your spirit is absorbed by the stone and bound to it. A spirit that is bound to the stone can be harmed, turned, or raised from the dead. The stone can only hold one spirit. If another spirit is absorbed by the stone, the first spirit is released to the afterlife and its personality changes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's not like once ever. That's like always, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I have infinite lives.
That's what I was just thinking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Non-detection. So while you're using the stone, you can't be targeted by divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. So, like, people can read your browser history, Adam.
Gore. Incognito mode.
Exactly. Basically.
Yep.
You also have, and you're gonna like this, mind shielding. So while attuned to this item, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. So people can't like force their way into your mind and talk to you.
So does it like literally just be like, you have a call from...
Basically, yes.
Ignore.
You can choose to ignore.
If you're like,
it.
nah, it's like, do. This person is not available.
The person you're trying to reach is unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone.
Perfect.
Pretty much. This also is going to help you out because it gives you advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. And you are immune to being charmed or frightened, and you are immune to psychic damage.
Yo.
Right? Additionally, magic can't put you to sleep.
Hell yeah.
So if you would have
Fuck
had
you,
this,
wizards.
just think of how handy this would have been like back in season 1 and 2, right?
Right.
Goddamn.
Can we go back and rewrite season 1 and 2?
Nope. We're almost done. We've got misdirection. While this stone is on you, anytime you are targeted by a spell of 8th level or lower that is targeting you or the area you're in, you can use your reaction to roll a d10. On a 1 through 6, you suffer the effects of the spell as normal. However, on a 7 through 9, you are unaffected. On a 10, you are unaffected, and that effect is reflected back to the caster.
Mirror force.
Turning the caster into
awesome.
into the target.
So could I use that and my spirit shield?
This requires a reaction, so you'd have to use your reaction for this. So you wouldn't. I think your spirit shield also requires a reaction, and you can only do 1 reaction per turn.
Your face is a reaction.
But I mean, like, this one's pretty handy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, spirit shield can't be used on me.
Yeah. And then, Manny, you detect that this item also has just a little bit of a curse to it. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with this item, keeping it within reach at all times. This item holds the following curses. While cursed, non-magical flames are extinguished within 30 feet of you. While cursed, you have vulnerability to radiant damage.
Get the fuck out of here, Garrus.
Join me. Join me with vulnerability to radiant damage.
I don't know why, but Toguro just started ignoring me all of a sudden after he got that stone. And I can't light a candle either.
I could remove that curse.
But he's not willing, that's the thing. He's not gonna let you touch it.
Well, I'm not attuned to it yet.
Oh, fair enough.
But the thing is, I can only remove 1 curse. That's it.
Can you remove my curse?
No, we already talked about that. We can't.
You tried that, remember a couple seasons ago?
Excuse me,
but
Manny?
I have a scroll of remove curse, but it doesn't work on your armor because it's like story driven.
Click curse, you plot.
We just have this like fourth wall moment.
What do you mean? What does it mean? What does
Oh, speaking of that, I tried to rip off one of his pieces of armor. Hey, yeah.
All right, high or low?
Jesus.
Oh god.
You tear the guy's arm off.
What piece are you taking off?
Have I already taken off his cod piece?
You've tried many times, but you have failed
taken
every
off.
time.
So far, we've gotten a helmet and his gauntlets off.
Oh, I'm going for the cod piece. Hey, yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's high!
So, Garrus, Toguro, your best friend, gets right up in your personal business. Just takes a firm hold of that cod piece and just... And who knows, maybe it's because you're not in Arias anymore, and maybe Nim's like weird workshop place is helping with some of this curse, but your cod piece just rips right the fuck off. And he's holding it up for everyone to see.
You are closed underneath that.
Oh
right?
yeah, you see like the flap of like this really dirty looking loincloth.
Gotta be dirty.
Well, because he's been in it for years,
Do
bro.
us all a favor and wash your balls.
Right? Now scrub those. Man, he
Garrus
just
is
goes up
just-
predigitation, just me get it.
I just hand it back to Garrus and I just give you the fist bump, like, you're welcome.
Garrus blushes. Okay. That just happened.
Yes, it did.
I need to take a nap.
Jesus.
God damn it.
So do you want me to remove the curse?
Yes.
No, not you. Oh my god.
So you can only get rid of one of them, right?
Yeah.
So, and how many curses does this have?
Just two.
So one's the obsessive and the other one's the weird magic flame extinguish.
One curse is that non-magical flames are extinguished within 30 feet of you. The second curse is you have vulnerability to radiant damage. No matter what, you're going to be obsessed with this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, I can make a magical flame, so probably the second one. So you're not vulnerable to anything.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So Manny will take the time to get the scroll out of the bag of holding. He'll roll it. And he took the time to translate it into halfling.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to place the stone in the center of the scroll. And in halfling, he's going to say Usnaki. And the...
Bless you.
The scroll is going to light up in a ring around the stone and lift up. And as it lifts up, it kind of like scans the item back and forth, up and down. And then the rings go inside the stone and it glows and... All right. There you go. That curse is removed.
Yay!
Alrighty.
And as the curse is removed, the scroll is left blank. There's no letters or anything on it.
Yep. All right.
All right, is that everyone? Anything else?
Just you.
Look at mine.
All right.
Here we go.
So many.
We can do.
So many. Sweet, sweet Manny. You have what is called the Chaotic Evil Oath Staff.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yep, already up to a great start.
This is a spellcasting focus, tier 6 artifact. Requires attunement by a spellcaster. So, this staff has 10 charges. And it regains 1d10 expended charges daily at midnight. So, the base material is made out of wildwood. So, when you cast a damage-dealing spell, using this item as your spellcasting focus, you regain 1d4 plus 1 hit points. Its magical core is Promethium. So while attuned to this item made from a Promethium, you must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw at the end of a long rest. On a failed save, the creature becomes afflicted with a random form of long-term madness. Which, you know, I'm sure that's fine. While attuned to this item, you learn the critical spell Metamagic option. You can expend this item's charges to use the Metamagic option this item knows instead of sorcery points. You can use only one metamagic option on a spell when you cast it unless the option says otherwise. So, here's what critical spell does. When you roll damage for a spell, you can spend 6 charges to instead roll all of the spell's damage dice twice and add them together. Then add any relevant modifiers as normal.
So it's an auto crit.
Yep.
Sorry, I just wanted to point out something about the wording there. Because you're a sorcerer, it says you learn the critical spell metamagic option. So you also know this and can use your sorcery points to do
right. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which is dope.
Right? As you're doing your identifying, you detect, like with Roshin's rogue, you detect a sentient presence within this staff. And Nim did tell you earlier that he did catch a vampire to make this staff, and from what you're sensing, it seems kind of pissed off at the moment.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, this also is a sentient weapon. It has a personality conflict, so it acts in opposition to its wielder's alignment or purposes. So, you get the feeling that this staff isn't going to be like Avalon the sword, where she's like super friendly and willing to work. This probably is going to butt heads with you. It also has Alien, which once attuned to this item, you constantly hear the ongoing, utterly insane mutterings of an alien intelligence trapped within this item. Again, probably the vampire dude. Should this item be destroyed, though, the bean will be released. So it's fine.
You know, just a
That's
normal day.
fine.
It also has Vampiric Strike, so when you hit with an attack using this weapon, as a reaction, you can expend 1 charge to regain a number of hit points equal to the damage you deal. Each time the charge is spent, red blood oozes from the item's pores, and you must succeed a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw or suffer 1 level of madness. Next up, we've got Energy Bolts, Necrotic. So this has an attack range of 30 feet. You are proficient with it, and you add your spellcasting ability modifier to its attack and damage rolls. Its damage is necrotic and its damage die is a D4. Lastly, as specially requested in an earlier episode when Manny was super jealous of Farron's sword, this has the Oath property on it as well. So you can basically use this staff and get advantage on casting your spells and doing the extra damage. No curses, just the vampire inside
Just
of it.
the vampire, yeah.
Just a dude. You just got a dude. You just got a grumpy dude.
And you know, the levels of madness you have to worry about.
Yeah, no curses, just madness.
Yeah,
You got a roommate.
Manny instantly gets worried. And looks to Nim. Mr. Nim. This staff is legit pure evil.
He just kind of gives you a thumbs up and smiles.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to decline this. I have enough dark magic as it is. I don't think this is for me.
There's always the mandolin.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to part ways with the loot, I'll definitely try it.
I mean, if that's what you'd like, I don't have any issues with that.
I just think this staff is not meant for me. And that vampire, I barely even got a look at him, and he's already scaring me, so...
Here you go, Percy.
I think you're underestimating yourself. But...
Yeah.
No worries.
I appreciate it.
So are you giving up the staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna trade in for the loot.
All right.
As you hand it back, it's like, pussy!
Right, the vampire.
Yelling at you.
I didn't even want you.
Give me to the big green guy. He looks fun.
All right, so Nim takes the staff and walks out of the room and goes and grabs the loot and hands you this. It looks almost ebony black, the wood that the loot is made out of. And
it has the vampire's brother in it.
Larry. Larry? Oh, God.
Jesus.
Ooh.
All right, so I won't spend as much time reading over this one, but I'll hit the highlights of this. So it has gloom sight, so if you possess dark vision, the effective distance of that is increased by 20 feet. If you don't, it grants you dark vision if you don't already have it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah. You have what's called the Bards. You can play the instrument while casting a spell that causes any of its targets to be charmed, frightened on a failed saving throw, thereby imposing disadvantage on the save. Super nice. And it's made out of sarin wood. And it lets you know the mage hand cantrip. You can also make that hand invisible and perform the following additional tasks with it. You can make a melee spell attack with it. You can stow one object the hand is holding in a container. You can retrieve an object in a container. You can use thieves' tools to pick locks and disarm traps at range. And you can do one of these tasks without being noticed by a creature if you succeed on a charisma check. It's a lute, so you're proficient with that already. You have knowledge of some songs commonly performed with this instrument. You have your expertise aids you in recalling lore related to your instrument, so you gain proficiency or history with it. You also get performance, and you also get compose a tune. And this is as part of a long rest. You can compose a new tune and lyrics for your instrument. You might use this ability to impress a noble or spread scandalous rumors with a catchy tune.
Oh.
Interesting.
So yeah.
The fancy.
So this will be a bit fun for your bard side of things.
Oh yeah, I like it.
So yeah. And with that, I would say you're pretty tapped out with all the magic casting there.
Yup. Manny just thanks Nim for understanding and heads to bed.
Nap time!
So yeah, do you guys all settle in and thank Nim?
Absolutely.
All
Good night,
right.
Papa Nim.
Tune.
Oh God. Jesus Christ.
You all are most welcome. I hope you have a good rest.
And with that, Nim and his kobold minions follow him out the door and leave you guys to your rest. And
I imagine Farron's holding his chainsaw sword, like spooning it.
Oh God. Are you spooning your stone?
I can't spoon a stone,
Okay.
but if I could, I would.
Of course you would. All right. All right. And with that, I think that's a good place to call it for tonight.
Yay!
Thanks for joining us for the Arias Adventures here on Party Advantage. Come join our community over on our Discord channel and hang out with the cast and fellow fans of the show by following the link in the episode description. You can also find us on our very own website, www.partyadvantagepod.com, where you can find updates for special announcements and events. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter using @PartyAdvantage for fun posts and episode updates. Lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay current with all of our episodes on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Come back in 2 weeks for more Arias adventures as the Ram Pack continues their journey. Will the party find the advantage on their next encounter? Only one way to find out. See ya then.